Excuse me, everybody!
As most of you know, these videos are meant to expose the faces, the identity, the people that are responsible for the online dangers that children may face.
Well, why say stuff like that? That's your granddaughter, that's your blood.
Even when they are arrested, their story is unlikely to make news headlines.
You're gonna arrest me if I don't give you my phone? Alright, I will give you my phone.
However, this video is different. There's no need to expose this particular individual. This catch is to warn all potential future perpetrators where their life may be headed.
And I did some stuff with my stepdaughter because she wanted to see what it was like.
I am not talking about being featured on my channel. I am not talking about ending up behind bars. I am talking about you ending up 6 feet under, just like the individual in this video, Jeff Kent. You may be wondering, why post this video if he is no longer a threat to society? Well, this is his legacy, and I'm gonna let his legacy be known and live on. I traveled to Lansing, Michigan to confront one of the worst people that I have ever confronted. And when I say he's one of the worst that I have ever confronted, here's why. He shared so many sick fantasies, dark fantasies to the decoy, and then there's also real victims. There's a little neighbor girl that he would actively talk about, and that was really concerning for me. She would walk his dog, and he was indeed sexually attracted to her and preying on her. And she had no idea. He has performed sexual acts on in real life, which he confessed to this to the decoy and to Josh from DAP and I in real life.
Jeff?
Let's have a conversation over here. We're gonna have a talk. Okay? Don't worry about it. You got no weapons on you, bro? No. You have a knife? You put that on the ground for me.
Put it on the ground.
Thank you.
Jeff Kent was 54 at the time of this confrontation. He was from Holt, Michigan. I decided to meet him in Lansing, Michigan, and I called Josh from DAP to join me on the way.
So, there's a lot of things that we're going to have to talk about.
First things first, what are you doing here?
You know.
No, I don't know. What are you doing here? You here to meet a little girl? How old did she say she was? Can you speak up? So why are you here to meet her?
Just to hang out.
But what is that your business hanging out with a year-old?
From my impression, you were saying you want to be like her boyfriend. He was going to take her to the woods on a walk.
Just nothing.
Nothing.
I wouldn't have done anything.
You don't have any fantasies with little kids?
Not really.
Not really.
I mean,
just a little bit.
we had talked about, but you know, I
What you
said
talking
I'd
about,
done. I said I'd done something with a 14-year-old, which I never have.
Then why did you say you did?
I don't know.
Bored? So you incriminate yourself?
I suffer from very severe depression, and
Okay, so do I, but I never lie and say I sleep with 15-year-old boys.
For girls or boys?
Or
for me, it's just
girls.
A high.
It's a high.
what's a high?
Just like fantasizing about. Are you a pedophile?
No, I've never been.
But you fantasize about that?
Yeah, I've never touched any.
So,
Okay, the chat logs just say differently, and that's pretty concerning. She even had a name.
Yeah, it was just a made-up name.
Why were you saying that?
I don't know.
What about gets you off?
It's just
here's the time to be open, you know what I mean? If you want sympathy, you gotta tell the truth.
right. I don't know. It's just a high for me instead of
So how often have you experienced these highs?
off and on for a few years.
How long have you been
Huh?
How long have you been
A few years. But I've just always chatted. I've never.
You're a non-offending.
Yeah, I've never.
What about
So about the
I've even attempted to meet him.
Jeff's fantasies included, as I said, his 8-year-old neighbor who walks his dog. His fantasies also include his 8-year-old granddaughter, and he said the only reason why he will not touch his granddaughter is because he is afraid that she will tell her mother, aka his daughter. Kids are supposed to be able to trust their father, their grandfather, parental figures, not worry about what kind of fantasies they are trying to live out with them.
okay?
So what would you think the parents of that 9-year-old girl that was next door to you would think about you having fantasies about her and tearing her body up?
The girl that walks your dog. What would her parents think?
They wouldn't like it.
What's the girl's name? No, what's the other girl's name that fantasies about?
That's my granddaughter.
Your granddaughter.
And I would never.
You
Why
said
are you speaking with in context though?
But I
But you were speaking of your granddaughter in context. You
would
said,
never ever. I know.
Boss.
I know what I did. I know what I said.
did you know what you said on the phone though? Where you said, I want to touch her, but I don't want her to tell her mom.
you
I
said.
said I'd touch her, but I never would.
But why say stuff like that? That's your granddaughter. That's your blood.
I know it
She's
is.
a husband.
I know it is.
That's your daughter's child.
And you're talking about your granddaughter. And then say, I'm not a pedophile.
I never would.
And that gets high? That gets you high as much? Talk about your grandkids? How many you molested in your life?
None. None. Never.
Come on, man.
Never.
Come
So-
on. This was going to be your first time?
Yes.
So what about? So you were here to her? Okay.
No, I wasn't.
You
here
just
to
said
molest her.
yes. Sorry.
No, I.
That's what you
was gonna be here
said.
to be a boyfriend with a girl?
9-year-old. So you came here to groom her.
No, I wouldn't even have. Yeah, I said I wanted to kiss her, but I wouldn't have.
It doesn't matter.
How do we know that? Because you showed up.
Because. I
So
wouldn't-
you've done everything that you said you was going to do up to this point. Why would I believe that you...
Why would you
anything
stop
different?
now?
Because I couldn't. I don't think morally I could do it.
But you're here,
I'm here.
okay? And you've
So
been talking to
morally,
her.
How'd you get here? Morally.
Just. She just. When we talked, she was just very nice and just wanted to hang
But she's
out.
f***ing.
Huh?
She's
That's what she said. Yes.
okay. You sent a naked photo in the group chat to two a 2-year-old and a 10-year-old. You have fantasies about your 10-year-old granddaughter. You're talking to another named Mandy.
I've never talked to her.
You have talked to her. I have all the transcripts right here.
Oh, Mandy. Yes.
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 So stop lying.
What's
Yes,
your daughter
I
going to
have.
think when she sees it?
She's gonna disown me. Never let me see my grandkids.
Well, don't you think that's
Do you
fair?
think you should see your grandkids again if you have fantasies about them?
I just said it.
Do you
I
love them?
I do not. Yes, I do very much.
So if you love them, why would you want to keep a monster? Because you're obviously a monster, right? Yeah, you're a monster. You're worse than the guys that make in the movies. You know what I mean?
So all that talk about how, you said you love talking to little girls, okay? All that talk about how you used to rent motels and stuff, was that all fake too?
They're all fake.
So why are you lying about that? Like, why are you incriminating yourself? Do you touch yourself when you talk about these things? So how is it satisfying for you to make up these lies if you don't touch yourself?
Just the high. Just
What is the high?
Like being on drugs, I guess. I haven't smoked marijuana in forever.
Pedophilia is not a drug.
But
People hate people that are... We have sympathy for drug addicts. What-
I was going to Sex Anonymous and I stopped. And
So why did you stop?
situations at home.
Did you tell them that you was a pedophile? No.
No, I didn't tell him I was a pedophile. I told him that I.
So how are you supposed to get help if you won't admit to what your problem is?
I was working up to it.
How many?
I told him that I was talking to other women.
You mean
Huh?
other women are not?
How many you got on your Facebook that you talk to right now?
They're the only ones I talk to.
Just two?
You want to give him? You want to have him call his daughter?
Yeah. Do you got a wife?
Yeah. We're separated.
Separated? You want to call your daughter and let her know what's going on?
Or would you like to talk to the police?
What?
I don't want to talk to my daughter.
So you want to talk to the police, and then they can talk to your daughter? Then talk to your daughter. I probably would.
Newspaper, she can't from your lips.
That is her child. That is your blood, your grandchild that you are talking about to these other on the internet. I would never touch her because she would probably tell her mom.
I know. That's what I said.
So that's why you wouldn't touch her?
I wouldn't touch her because she's my granddaughter.
What about the 6-year-old that bounces on your lap?
Fantasies about it, though.
Huh?
The 6-year-old, the other one that bounces on your lap. Why are you talking about that?
That's my granddaughter, and she doesn't enough. I don't get any thrill out of that.
But why even talk about it?
You know why. Stop lying.
No, I don't.
Put it all on the table.
I don't know why. I get talking on it.
Sir, I have a question. When's the first time you received?
Huh? I've never watched.
No, when is the first time that you received it though?
I've never received.
You never got sent. So if I look at your phone right now, there's gonna be 0 on there.
Yeah.
Can I take a look? What's that? Oh, they'll probably take a while.
How about we take this outside to the car?
Okay. Yeah, my dog's getting.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find my gallery.
If you leave, we're gonna call the police. We just want to have a real conversation while you're doing this. Until then, get out there.
Excuse me, everybody! This man right here came to meet a year-old girl for off the app Facebook. Excuse me, everyone! This man right here came to meet a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, we're going. The cops are coming.
Excuse me, everyone! That's where he went. He went to call the cops. Double snuck it. This man is here to meet a 13-year-old girl. He's probably going that way. Excuse me, everybody! You live around here. I don't want you coming to this store around kids. I gotta make your face up. You're a pedophile. I believe your car's that way. Huh? Yeah, you're a pedophile. So at the end of the day, what it is about children? Is it like, a lot of guys say the innocence?
Yeah, the innocence and that, but
See, that's why couldn't you tell me? Open up. You're not being honest with me.
It's hard
Because
for
what
me
this
to
is about, me and her do this for a living along with my man right there. We do this for a living. I've done this over 350 times. Let's have a conversation before you get in the car.
I need to start the ear for my dog.
Start the air for your dog, but keep the door open.
I will.
You'll be leaving a crime scene.
You're literally leaving the crime scene. Just not well.
So you did call the cops?
What's that?
You did call the cops?
I don't know. I didn't. You want to step out and have a conversation? I don't want you to run me over, boss
I'm
man.
not gonna run you over.
Let's just have a normal, civilized conversation here.
I put a knife in my car.
Yeah. Well,
You can.
Here you go. We're here to steal your property. So what we really are here to do is, why are you tracking the kids? And what is it we really want to know? We really want to put a stop to this.
I know.
And if you believe you're evil yourself, you could be an inside man. You could be a snitch to all the. Tell us why. Tell us where it starts.
It's an innocence. It started years ago.
okay. So it's the innocence that turns you on.
When was the
Yeah.
first time that it clicked?
About 6 years ago.
So what happened 6 years ago?
My wife and I weren't getting along, and yeah. I mean, right now we're separated because
Mm-hmm.
we talk to each other.
So what
normal other women. I hadn't talked to younger girls in
Okay, I
a
understand.
long time.
Are
But
you registered?
no, I'm not.
You're not.
No, I've
Okay.
never been. No.
Okay, but you said you realized about 6 years ago. So what happened that made you realize it?
We weren't getting along, and
Mm-hmm.
I just a couple had hit me up, and I just started talking, and
Couple. So where's?
Well, how does that link to
If you see we're getting
pedophilia?
lost here.
different ones.
We're talking
I'm-
about, right?
right.
I've been divorced, boss. So I know what it's like to be with a person and then, lose that connection. But I didn't turn to. We want to know what got you to.
I don't really know for sure.
But it was
I'm
around
not,
that time.
Yes.
So how do you remember? So before then, 6 years ago, you're 54 right now.
Yeah.
So at 47, you walk around this here Myers.
No.
You get
I'm
milk.
Always
Everything's
online.
normal. No, I'm saying you walk around Myers. You get milk. Everything's normal. 48, you walk around Meyer, and now you started being attracted to fair or not fair.
I never looked at girls, and
So why would you say that you have a problem then?
You said it started 6
Because-
years ago. So what
because-
happened 6 years ago is what we're
I
asking.
started not getting. My wife and I were not getting along. We were starting to fight.
Okay.
She wasn't getting needs met, and I found just by talking and lying to girls.
To like,
Yes.
and that's when you realized.
Yeah.
Is it a power thing for you? Do you feel older and smarter?
No,
I
not
really want to get into
Not
it.
really.
Because you're
It's-
not giving me nothing. You're giving me surface level, like,
I
I
wanted-
separated and then
Right. No.
I'm a pedophile.
I kind of online. I kind of like talk about and what it's like and things like that. But I've never been
Do you have like a
a teaching.
But why is that your job to teach though? Do you kind of see how that's
Yeah,
just
I do.
so morally up?
Yes, I do.
Especially you have 8 grandchildren, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
That I see
what-
on a regular basis.
Okay,
yes.
so what would you do if a 54-year-old man, turning 55 in 2 days, by the way, is teaching your year-old daughter about sex on the internet and sending their
I would be very upset
why?
because it's not right.
Why?
It's morally not right. It's against the law.
Why
Yeah.
though?
Because I love her and I wouldn't want her hurt.
That's like if a kid steals and you're like telling them that's not right, and they go, why? You go, it's illegal. Why? Like, what's the source
Because
of why
It's
it's not
wrong.
right?
It's wrong.
Why
Right.
is it wrong?
Because wearing your
Because-
seatbelt, not wearing your seatbelt is illegal. I don't think anybody, one of us, is going to be like, oh, you're morally wrong for not wearing your seatbelt. So the law. Why do you know that it's wrong inside your soul? To not because it's illegal. Come on.
Because I've always just talked to them. This is the first time I've ever
See,
tried to.
you're such a narcissist. It's not about you. I'm
Right.
asking. I'm asking a simple question.
Okay.
A simple question. What about is wrong?
It's wrong for adults to coach, and that's what it's kind of doing. What I was doing. Grooming them.
And sending penis
Why?
pictures.
You're stating this isn't Jeopardy. I need to know the why. You know what I mean? You're giving me the question. I know that you're attracted to kids. You know what I mean? I want to know why.
Because they're innocent, and
But you said that's why you're attracted to them.
Is
and
the
I prefer
innocent-
younger, smaller bodies.
How small?
Now we're getting places. Thank
Now-
you. Can you just open? This is
I'm
where we're
try-
getting.
I'm trying. I'm
Thank you.
trying, okay?
How small,
I'm
sir?
really- I'm trying.
How small? Like, what's the cutoff for you? The cutoff age?
I would never do anything with someone under 18.
But
But I know I said it. I know I have said.
we're
and I know I'm
backtracking
to
here
be-
again. 100%. We're back to square one.
I'm not. I'm trying. I really am.
You're not trying though.
Yes, I am.
Because
You're
you're
covering
here.
your tracks. We're trying to have an open conversation, and then you're back to
Yes.
covering your tracks.
No,
We were so close.
Yes.
The innocence and the size.
Yes.
We'll get to the
Smaller-
if you were going to do anything later on. Let's why?
Very small breast. Very small breast.
In person, Jeff opened up to Josh and I and said that he has sent naked photos to countless all around the world. But when talking to the decoy, Jeff told the decoy about the molestation that took place with a 14-year-old girl. He also opened up about how he sexually molested his stepdaughter when she was only 15 years old. Of course, the details are far too explicit to go into on YouTube.
So what is your peak interest? What age? At 12?
No, more. Normally,
13?
I
Don't bring it back.
No.
Don't bring it back.
Just,
Is what you prefer
yeah, to talk to, yes.
to talk to and send pictures to? Yeah, to coach about that's your
Yeah.
preference? Okay. Just wondering because that's what you admitted to doing and
Yes.
okay.
But, like I said, I've never even tried to meet somebody.
Well, I mean, you're
How
here
many-
today
I
trying
know
to
I
meet
am.
with
This
a
is
child.
the first time.
So-
I'm honestly, this is the first time.
I'm happy you're being honest. Let me ask you one more question. I'd like
Okay.
you to be honest. How many times you send another dick picture to a little kid?
Several.
Okay. Thank
Several
you for
times.
being honest. So you sent several dick pictures to children.
Yes.
More than just these two.
Yes.
Okay.
And where are those like? Are they Lansing area?
No. Nope.
Do you make sure you like specifically go further from home?
Normally, yes.
And another question is,
Couple of them were
why
clear over in the
were you
UK.
why were you so gung ho? Why didn't you think this could happen to you?
I guess probably because there was the two of them back and forth,
Okay.
and she called me, which nobody's ever done before, or texted me, or
Okay.
The decoy did video chat Jeff, and I'll just show a couple snippets here and there. I'll probably make them really quick, heavily edited, so that this video can be semi-safe for YouTube's guidelines.
Let me turn the
I see you.
Yeah, let me turn the light on. Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera
You're
facing
gonna
the other
flip
way,
the
okay?
camera?
I'm gonna face it the other way.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Whoa, what is that? That's it?
Yeah. See how hard it gets? Like the year old that I'm at,
Mm-hmm.
I found her at kick.
Really?
Yeah.
And you met her in person?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yep, we met and we went into a hotel room.
then what?
We kissed and that, and we got naked and started rubbing on each other. And if you and her could get away from the house for a night on the 26th, we can go get a hotel room.
She said that you kinda like, your granddaughter.
A little bit, but I wouldn't do anything with her because she's my blood.
That's not what she said. She said that you would want to do stuff with her.
Well, I would like to, but I never would do it. And then I think she'd go and tell her mom.
Like how you showed me your pee-pee the other day, have you showed other people that?
Yeah,
Like, do you send those pictures to other girls?
I have before, but only to a few couple, not to all of them.
Oh, did you send that to your stepdaughter too?
No, I didn't send her a pic. She seen it in person.
Wait, did she send you pictures?
No, we would be naked together. And I did some stuff with my stepdaughter because she wanted to see what it was like.
Wait, was she my age?
Mm-hmm.
So she was.
Yeah. One thing is called a blowjob, and girls give that to boys. They would suck on their pee-pees. I like to do something naughty with chocolate syrup.
What do you do that's naughty with chocolate syrup?
What I do?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I would do with you and chocolate syrup?
What?
I would drizzle it on your titties and then lick it off.
And she just sounded very sweet, very sincere,
Very innocent.
very interested in what was about.
She didn't, though. I have all of the calls recorded. She kind of seemed freaked out.
Right, and several times I would never do anything
Okay.
you don't want to do.
So it's just not honest of you to say she seemed very interested. She would always say, if you want, well, do you want to send the nude? Fine. If you want to, you can, I guess.
Yes.
How does that sound very interested in?
To me, it did. To me, it was like, okay, she wanted to see. But,
She never said she wanted to,
right,
though.
I know she didn't. But to me, when she says, well, if you want to.
Backtracking again.
No, I'm just trying to. Then, to me, it was like, yes, you wanted to see.
But you brought it up.
Yeah, I did.
You brought it up. So
I
what's
did.
the point of saying, oh,
I
she
did.
wanted to see? You said, can I show you my dick?
Yeah, I did. I did.
What's with wanting to take her in the woods?
What do you think?
Just for a walk.
What do you think you deserve?
Hello.
What's going on?
This man is here to meet
Here's the
who
boss
he
lady.
thought was a year-old girl for a relationship, and he admitted to sleeping with other year-olds in the past.
Sending nude pictures.
Sending nude pictures.
Are you guys all together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your name, boss? Jeff. Jeff, can I talk to you over here? We'll talk to all you guys separately, and then he'll chat with him too. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
You want to come talk to me, sir? Sure. Did you have this interaction with this gentleman being recorded? Okay. 93, good phone number for you?
You can on his camera.
I didn't ask.
Well, I'm not giving you my phone. I record all police interaction.
Record interactions. But the allegations you're making, the stories he's getting that's
We have transcripts of it all. I've only talked to him in person.
all recorded your interactions, correct?
Yeah.
Where's that on? What I'm doing that's evidence of what you're alleging and what he's. Well, you're going to work, you live in Ohio?
Yeah, it's all on his camera.
No, I live in Ohio. They called me up to here to help.
Everything that you want, that's on here. It's on his camera. I'm not going to stop the live stream.
Is that what we're looking at? Is that giving you every opportunity to comply with me?
I've given you an opportunity to have the same exact evidence.
Is that what you're doing? Is this a decision you're making?
Yeah. It's the same exact evidence. I'm just not
Did you
understanding.
get her information? I have her information, yeah, I got her ID right here. Okay. So you met her on Instagram, she called you to come up here with her, so there's a man here? Yeah.
Am I going to be detained if I don't give you my phone?
Yeah, it's going to be more entertaining.
You're going to arrest me if I don't give you my phone? All right, I will give you my...
Evidence.
Okay, I'm just saying I don't understand because the same evidence is right there. That's all.
Okay, and that has to be collected as well.
Okay. He's threatening to arrest me if I don't give him my phone. I was like, no other county or state does that.
I am happy that they took him away, but he was not charged with anything that day. And from my understanding, he was not even arrested. He was only taken in for questioning. Yep, it's confirmed. I just checked. They did let him go after questioning him at the police station. I sent them all of the footage, all of the decoy work, the chat logs, his confession on camera, and the police still threatened to arrest me, but they did not threaten to arrest Jeff. I said no to giving him my phone because there is no need for him to have my phone. And obviously, I was correct. Duh. He ended up not even needing my phone, and of course, I did not give him my phone. Why? Because he didn't need it. I think it's so important for police departments to be trained on this type of work. I think it's really funny that they say, what kind of training do you have? And meanwhile, they have zero training on how to handle a case like this. Some time did pass, and thankfully Jeff Kent actually was charged after some time. Now I will say Michigan usually is pretty good with that. Much like Wisconsin, they don't normally charge on the spot, but they do definitely open up an investigation, and it just takes some time sometimes. As time passed, I did get a call from a detective because I was subpoenaed to testify against Jeff. A detective called me and they said that the case has been dropped. Jeff Kent is now deceased by choice. I think that's the best way to put it on YouTube. I will say he did do it in style. He went to Las Vegas. He found a tall building. You know the rest. Prior to that taking place, I did make an exposure post on Facebook and Instagram, and immediately many neighbors, even his son, reached out to me, and even the mother of the girl who walks Jeff's dog reached out to me, and it was just so surreal from there. Jeff's own family reached out to Josh and I, thanking us for exposing him. The 12-hour trip was absolutely worth it, and I don't regret how we went about anything. I will say, had the police not let him go that day, maybe Jeff would still be here. But that's just my opinion. It is not fact. If you are having these thoughts of sexual abuse or fantasies about children, you will be outsmarted and something is wrong with you. Please check in and get some help before you ruin somebody's life for your own selfish, sick desires. My heart does go out to his family members for the unaliving that did take place, but I look at it this way. Keep this in mind. There are real victims out there, and Jeff was old. You know, he was too old to be acting like this. He knows right from wrong. He was still attempting to act on these desires. This was a real monster. I do not feel bad that he is not here anymore. I feel relieved that he can no longer hurt anybody. Based on what I witnessed, the people that I heard from, his community, the things that I saw, and the feedback that I got, the world is a much better place without him. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please consider checking me out on Locals for only $5 a month. That's really cheap. A month, $5. It's like pretty cheap. It's like cheaper than like cheese. Just got back from LA and I have a lot of crazy content that I'm going to be working on right after this video gets uploaded to YouTube. So don't want to miss it. We threw a birthday party for a predator. There was a big brawl with the predator. Predator, like, freaking linebacked my whole team. Still didn't get away. We detained him, citizen's arrest. I saw meth for the first time. It was just so crazy. So yeah, all of that will be on Locals within the next week or two, so be sure to check it out. My lighting is a little wonky today because it is so bright in this house and there's windows everywhere, and just sorry about the quality of this video today. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Yeah, tell your friends about me, like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. I do want to touch base on mental health, although the individual in this video obviously suffered from mental health issues. I just want to know if you out there have mental health issues, that it can get better and it does get better. And you should definitely get help before it's too late. I myself suffer from severe depression and anxiety, and having those harmful thoughts are absolutely terrible. And when you're in that state of mind, you do not think rationally. So just know that it's never worth it, and there's people here that would miss you, and you are never alone. I'll drop my email down below, and I'll also drop a few links for some resources as well if you are struggling with suicide or mental health issues, anxiety. Don't make a permanent choice over a temporary problem. Life is so beautiful, and it's a new year, so let's be great together. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I care about you guys so much, and I will see you very soon. Thank you so much, Dap, for joining me on this catch. And even though was it the chief? I think it was the chief. Even though you were kind of a dick to me, thank you so much for at least charging him later on. Probably because your boss told you to. I don't know. But yeah, Thank you, Lansing. Let me know where you guys want me to go next, and I will try to make that happen. So we definitely want to hit Canada sometime, because we're actually not that far from Canada, right? As always, guys, this is like my third outro. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Love you guys so much. Be safe. Bye.